Yo, 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 what is up, party people? It's your boy Nico here. I'm back with another killer episode of the Small Axe Podcast. If you think real estate is dead because interest rates are high, you have already lost. Here's what you should be asking: who is still getting deals done in today's market, and how are they doing it? I will tell you how I am still buying deals today in 2025 and why multifamily is the strongest move most people are still not making. Here we go. Most people are sitting out. Well, why? Because the environment changed and they don't know how to operate in it, or they're operating under fear and worry, and they're scared that they might lose all their money. They don't understand that wealth is created during times exactly like this, not when it's easy, not when money is cheap, but when everyone else is too scared or too confused to act, to get involved, to take down a deal that will be prosperous in the long run. If you want outsized returns, you have to move when others freeze. The problem is, most people never got the real education on how multifamily actually works. And what's happening right now is people are sitting on the sidelines. They call it pencils down. And they're worried that if they get into a deal today, the market is going to crash, the world is going to end, the economy is done, their deal is going to fall apart and turn into dust. You know, that's what's happening. And when you act and live in a world of fear, you don't get any closer to your goals. And here is my proof. So I closed a 6 unit deal this year, and rates were high. They still are high. Investors were nervous, and I still got it done. I also bought deals in 2020, 2022, when the market was super hot, 2023 with a rate of almost 8%, and 2024, we did a seller finance deal. And now in 2025 again. But we didn't even go in with seller financing. We didn't go in with a traditional loan. We went with bridge, the most crazy, ludicrous move of all. Everybody's sitting there waiting for a crash. I am not one of those people. They're still waiting. They don't have deals. I now own 4 different deals, and those deals are cash flowing. And while those people are still waiting, I have been increasing my portfolio, increasing my stake in the Central Florida market, getting real ownership under contract, real income, increasing my track record with brokers. Yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I've lost some money, but you know what? I've stayed in the game and I figured it out little by little. And every day is different. Every deal is different. Every market is different. Every month is different. You know that. And that's okay. We don't stop just because there's differences. And I say this to my daughter all the time. I say this to the kids that I'm coaching right now in the surf club. Every single day out there is different, and the weather can change minute to minute. But you know what doesn't change? Our drive, our focus, and our goal to get out there and to catch waves. Yeah, we have to do things differently under different circumstances, under different weather patterns, weather conditions, under different wind conditions, under different times of the day when we're surfing, different tides. So many people out there, nobody's out there, rain, snow, etc. But we stay in it. We stay involved. And that's how we catch the waves. Same thing with real estate. We stay in the game, we stay involved, we stay active, we close deals. And here is the tip: with different variable changing environments and changing conditions in the market, in the economy, in the world today, in politics, while things are changing, you just have to ensure that you are buying an asset that is not deteriorating, falling apart. And if it is, you can fix it with the funds that you have available or the funds that you project you will be having available, along with having that property cash flow through any downturn. I can't stress this enough, guys. You can buy any deal in any time, just as long as it makes sense mathematically, on paper, based on your pro forma and your underwriting. As long as you are cash flowing, you can survive any down cycle, unless your loan is going to come due. And in that case, you have to understand your exit strategy, and you should have probably planned for this prior. So this is where education comes in, experience, knowledge. networking and talking with other people and other operators and other investors to see the strategies that they have been implementing so that you can copy them and you can be successful as well. Why today multifamily is still a good investment. Guys, you have to believe in real estate. I am not here to convince people that multifamily real estate is a good investment. If you do not believe that multifamily real estate is a good investment, you should not be listening to this podcast, and you should go learn a little bit about it if you're interested, or at least on the fence of thinking whether or not this is a good investment. Learn about it. But I will give you a little bit of information here to kind of prop it up and boost up the multifamily space, because it is really a great space to be involved with, and it can be extremely lucrative for those people who get involved. Let's break this down. People need housing. Buying a house today is more expensive than it has ever been. So more people are renting today. Another reason why more people are renting is because the lifestyle of the younger generations has changed over the decades. Today's day and age, the younger generations prefer flexibility. They want to be able to move whenever they feel like it. They want to be able to take a job in Tennessee tomorrow and then maybe in California the next day. That means that they're going to rent. They're not going to buy. Now, it's difficult for them to buy also because they could be riddled with student loan debt and other debt, and they can't come up with a down payment, which is extremely high because today's housing market is at its peak. Pricing for buying a single family house is extremely high. On top of that, interest rates are essentially double where they were 3 years ago, making it even more challenging for a young couple or a young single person to afford a monthly mortgage payment. So rent demand stays strong. Now, I'm going to caveat that with rent growth has pretty much been flat where I am. We are pushing rents on our lease renewals. Yes, we are getting a 3% increase year over year. Yes, but it is very challenging to accomplish, and it is not across the board. So you have to really understand the market that you're looking at to know whether or not you can push rents, whether or not you can get the top of the market rent, and whether or not you can request rent increases year over year. But rent demand is certainly there. People need to find housing. And I have dozens of inquiries every single day on my properties for people looking for a place to live. Now, that doesn't mean everybody can afford our apartments, but they're still looking. And that shows me that rent demand is definitely strong. All right, guys. So really, really important to note also that multifamily is an asset. It's a hard asset. It's a tangible thing. And multifamily real estate is a strong hedge against inflation because it's a real asset. It's got income that adjusts, meaning as inflation drives up prices, rents typically to buy assets with other people's money as well as the bank funding. That's crazy. A bank is willing to put up to 80% of the value of the property for you to buy. Multifamily allows you to create income through proper management, proper operations, not just price appreciation. You can generate and create income based on forced appreciation, way different than many other investment vehicles. A multifamily asset gives you much more control over the operations and the income. You can reduce taxes through depreciation. There are so many tax strategies that favor multifamily investments. You need to dive into this, ask your tax professional, but there are a ton of ways that you can save on taxes. You can scale with the right systems. You can increase the value without relying on market cycles, etc. That's why private equity is pouring billions of dollars today into the multifamily space, while beginners, like maybe you, I hate to say it, are sitting there hesitating and not getting involved. So why is 2025 a buying opportunity? Right now, the market is full of motivated sellers. Yeah, they're still hard to find, but there are actually motivated sellers out there. You'll know once you start engaging with either brokers or sellers directly. You'll know because they will give you a counter offer. They will speak with you. They will talk to you. They will not just shoot down your 70% offer. For example, if you're offering on $1 million property and you're coming up with a $700,000 offer price and you offer 3 years ago, you would have gotten thrown in the garbage. Say, get this offer out of here. I'm not even looking at it. But today, If a seller or a broker engages with you and says, sure, submit the LOI, let's play ball, let's play game, then you're in it, guys. And this is what we want to see. A lot of these property owners are either over leveraged, maybe retiring, maybe mismanaged, maybe fearful as well of where the market is going. And you have to take that into consideration. They might be just as scared as you are that the market is going to collapse. So what does this mean for you? Today, you can get about 20 to 40% of a discount from where we were 3 years ago. You can get some flexible terms. You can have creative structures like seller financing or master lease options, which I have finally been successful with in 2024. We closed on an epic 16-unit property with awesome seller finance terms. There's less competition out there. I'm not competing against 30 other groups that are looking at the same property. Maybe I'm competing against 10 or 15, and that's better. We have more negotiation power today as buyers than we did 3 years ago. It's blatantly clear, but only if you know what you're doing. This is not 2021 or 2022. You have to underwrite deals properly. You cannot be projecting crazy rent growth as people worry. You cannot be over leveraged at 80%, 85%, or even 90% LTV. You cannot go in there with the expectation of refinancing in 18 months or selling in 18 months. You have to communicate very clearly with your investors and have your business plan as clear as possible. You need to know how to close the deal and how to get it done. And you need to be willing to take a little bit of a risk here. And if you are, guess what? It's game on. You can be a multifamily building operator owner today. So over the next few episodes, I'm going to show you how I am still in this game, how I source deals, how I put together teams, how I bring in the capital, how I underwrite conservatively, how I close these deals, how I get them done in today's dynamic, wild, and crazy environment. So if you are tired of watching other people build their wealth, grow their portfolio, while you still sit on the sidelines, you are going to be in for a treat. So over the next few episodes, I will attempt to give you as much as I can. I want to pour my heart and soul into providing you with value of how you can close deals today in 2025, how you can begin to grow your multifamily portfolio, how you can put together teams, get the capital in place, underwrite conservatively, and close. Guys, you got to stop. You got to get off the sideline. You got to be in this game. You got to start building your portfolio today. If you are tired of watching other people build their wealth while you're sitting on the sidelines, get the hell off the bench, get into the game. You're going to want to stick around. And for the next few episodes, stay with me, because by the end of the next few episodes, you're going to have a course provided by me that you can buy. You're going to have a multifamily deal analyzer provided by me that you can buy. And what's my goal? To hook you guys up, to create excellent multifamily investors out there that can close deals, that can have excellent business plans, that can make the multifamily space a better place to be. Guys, no fluff involved, no get rich quick nonsense. I'm just going to share with you what actually works. So stick around with me for the next few weeks. Enjoy every minute of it. Reach out to me. I'm ready to chat with you and help you out. This is what I do for a living. I love you guys. Ciao. All right, and that's a wrap, Small Axe community. So I wanted to take a minute to say thank you so much for listening to the show. And if you liked it or got any value from it, it would really mean the world to me if you would share it with someone else and write a review. Remember, guys, keep sharpening those axes. Let's get out there. Let's crush it. Love you guys.